So far away, Lucas. Aliens.
Yeah. Like, hunt them down, baby.
Yeah, Alien. I love Alien. I'm not even a joke that I fucking love this movie series. So Lucas, people by now, they know the drill, and if they don't, it's Wiki Weekends or Wiki Wednesdays. We read from a wiki page, and which wiki page is that, Lucas?
So we are going to be talking about the Xenomorph Queen, which
Yes.
it says here also cast.
Yes, the caste, like the caste system within the alien hierarchy. So we're referring specifically to the Xenopedia page about the alien queen, a link to which you can find below. Lucas, first things first, thoughts on the alien queen. So we've talked about the alien as a species, but we're now referring to, like, the queen, the big old like mama alien. Any thoughts on that?
Well, I've not even seen where the alien queen comes from. All I know is that it's a bigger, more deadly version of a xenomorph, and that sounds terrifying.
Oh, okay then. So you've not seen many of the alien films then?
No, I've not, no.
Okay, well, I look forward to seeing your resignation letter because you've not seen Alien. But before that, I'm kidding. The thing is, I have to clarify that I'm kidding because people think I'm being serious when I say stuff like that.
Oh, no.
I think, why is Karl being such a dick to his staff? No, it's called banter. British people do it all the time. Alien Queen, physical description, height 4.5 metres. So it's a 4.5 metre tall bulletproof alien with acidic blood. Skin colour, black or black and blue. The thing is, they don't have skin. They don't have skin, they've got like an exoskeleton. Distinctions, I love this, immense size. that's not a distinction, is it? Like, it's big. It's fucking massive. You can see it from a mile away. And then oviposters, a head crest, and I hope I pronounce this right, semi-tetrabrachial, which I don't know what that means, but it sounds fucking awesome. And then we have here.
That's one thing that not the last one, the head crest, is what really stands out about the alien queen, obviously, and you just see that giant xenomorph head. It's like, oh my god.
Yeah, and the story about the alien queen is it's one of the few designs that was not directly worked on or approved by H.R. Giger. I think it's Giger or Geiger. I think it is Giger because I remember saying Geiger in a video and getting corrected on it. So H.R. Giger, but he did later say, "Oh, it's a really great design." They really took what I did with my early work and expanded upon it. I love it. I love the alien queen. It's great. But that's why it looks so distinctly different from the original alien casts. Like the long penis head, because it is a penis. If people don't know, like Giger, all his aliens are based on penises. They're all just big. They're all just big old penis monsters. That's why it's so scary. No, scarier than a big old penis coming towards you.
That might be true. And
then the story is that originally the egg, do you have the alien egg? It was supposed to open up like a vagina. It's supposed to have just a single slit in the middle that looks like a vagina. Oh. And they told Giga, you can't do that. Like, fair enough, you can give the alien a big giant penis on its head, but you can't put a vagina in the film. You need to change this because religious people will be mad. So he made it into a cross as a deliberate swipe at religious people. It's like, if they don't want to look at a vagina, they can just see their own religious symbol, a cross, just being completely destroyed by my creation.
I mean, fair enough.
Because Giga was a fucking madman. Yes! And then we have just a brief description of the alien queen, for anyone who's not too familiar with it, like Lucas. The queen is one of the largest forms of the species Xenomorph XX121 that serves as the mother and leader of a xenomorph hive. Queens are one of the largest, strongest, and most intelligent xenomorph castes, and their appearance differs from that of smaller variants, with a pair of extra arms growing from their chest and a large head crest extending rearwards from their skull. They have like the tiny T-Rex arms.
But look at my little arms! I can't press the fire button and jump at the same time!
It's great, and every now and again, I just like to look up that early mock-up they did. I think it's Stan Winston Studios, where to prove that they could realise the alien queen with practical effects rather than CGI, because I think they initially wanted to use CGI, because they didn't think they could make a practical effect that big. They made just a quick mock-up of the alien queen with like trash bags and sticks, and then walked around like the car park of their studio with it, and filmed it, and then sent that to Fox, and like, oh, I guess you could do this with just like bits and bobs lying around the house. So that's awesome, do that.
That's amazing.
But just the idea like they were walking around like their car park of this like trash bag alien queen. It's like, I respect trash bag alien queen.
Could look like Sigourney Weaver, Joe.
Imagine just walking past that car park and seeing that going on. Like, what is happening?
It's great, I love it. And I think the end one had like 20 different people puppeteering. Anyway, so the queens are formidable opponents capable of engaging in close combat, but such an event is a rare occurrence. Rather, queens usually act as a stationary egg layer within the hive, tended to by workers, and letting the praetorians and drones perform any defensive or offensive tasks. And the praetorians are like the slightly larger aliens who have like the miniature head crest, and they are the aliens that have the potential to turn into queens. So if you ever kill a queen, just another alien in the hive will turn into a praetorian, or a praetorian will turn into a queen. So there is always the potential for the hive to survive as long as one alien remains, because all aliens have the potential to turn into a queen. It's so terrifying. You'll never win. A queen additionally oversees the maintenance of the nest, carried out again by the workers and to some extent drones. When laying eggs, a queen has a huge ovipositor that renders it immobile. And that's something else that happens in Alien vs Predator Extinction, where you can just like lay eggs, but you can at any point remove her from the egg-laying sac. And she just stands up, screams, and you get like a buff to damage for like 10 seconds or something like that. So sometimes it's like a tactic to lay eggs in the middle of someone's base, just for the insult. But they need to redo that Alien vs Predator Extinction and make an RTS of the aliens. Because like you can play as the aliens, the predators, or humans. So you can play as the cool aliens, the cool predators, or be a fucking boring bastard who likes playing with a gun. And I never got why they always put like in those games you can play as a human. No one wants to play as a human. No one ever wants to play as a human when you could be a predator or an alien. And
then isn't the games where like some people in multiplayer are forced to be the humans, and then it's like, no, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, and they'll just quit in the multiplayer, so the multiplayer's just dead immediately. But something else I like doing in that game is you can, like, the drones can, like, move eggs. So what I'd always do is have drones drag eggs everywhere.
Oh, God.
Because the eggs, like, basically act as mines and a facehugger comes out, but you can get eggs that carry 4 facehuggers. So I just have drones carrying these giant eggs everywhere. It looks so fucking scary, just seeing a drone drag an egg. Great. Anyway, queens are significantly more intelligent than most normal xenomorphs, displaying traits of wrath and vengeance beyond any purely instinctual behaviour, and have displayed complex problem-solving skills, and are also capable of issuing orders or command to subservient castes, seemingly telepathically. Characteristics. Out of all the xenomorph casts, the queen possesses the most physical differences. Its most prominent feature is its immense size, typically standing around 4.5 metres in height, double the height of almost any other xenomorph, while some older queens have been known to grow larger still. So they're like crocodiles in that way, where they just grow forever. And there's like talk, oh yeah, there's queens that are like 20 metres tall.
Oh my God.
Because they have like an indeterminate lifespan, and there's some stories and comic books where they talk about, oh yeah, there's queens that are like 1,000 years old somewhere.
And as terrifying as that is, it would be way more terrifying when you're not only seeing the queen, but it's also surrounded by like 100 xenomorphs as well. It's like, oh my God.
All of which like blend into the walls, because that's what they do. Correspondingly, many typical xenomorph features are considerably larger on a queen, including her jaws, which are filled with razor-sharp, transparent teeth, several centimetres long, and an inner jaw, the more of which can be almost as large as an entire human head. So they can just bite your head off with the mouth that's inside their mouth. Queens have large, armoured, crown-like carapaces on their head, into which they're able to withdraw their face and mouth as a means of protection, similar to how a turtle can withdraw its head. This great carapace is of disproportional size compared to the rest of the queen's very large body, and is thought to serve as some form of sensory antenna, allowing the queen to detect thermal, biochemical, and bioelectric signals with great sensitivity. Also, it's fucking bulletproof, and it can be used as a battering ram. Queens also have double-jointed hind legs, 2 sets of dorsal tubes, which are more spine-like than older xenomorphs, and a 6-digit hand with a third finger being much longer than the others. Oh, they've got the creep finger. They've got like the creepy ET finger just to touch people. A queen's mesoskeleton is so resilient it's even repelling sustained, almost constant automatic gunfire. So you can shoot an alien queen all day and it's like, please stop. The fucking like an alien on its own is terrifying. Like in almost every film, an alien is born within 30 seconds is like the most formidable killing machine, like within like 100 miles. But imagine one now with 1,000 years of battle experience.
And as much as I haven't seen many of the movies, that's one thing that I kind of dislike about the way the Alien franchise went. Because one, Alien is terrifying, but then it gets to the point where you have to have 100 aliens as an enemy.
Well, it's the law of inverse ninjutsu, I think the trope's called, where it's a single ninja on its own is like a formidable, almost insurmountable opponent. 100 ninjas are just effortless fodder that you will cleave through without any effort. And the aliens is that same way. Like in the first movie, one alien slaughters everyone. In the second movie, admittedly there's more aliens in it, but you have more people with more guns. And then in the third movie, they go back to a single alien, which almost single-handedly kills like hardened criminals and psychopaths. And it was born like a day ago from a dog, so it's like half the size of a regular alien. And then in Alien Resurrection, it's like, fuck it, 1 million aliens.
Yeah.
Just everywhere. It's like, great, awesome. Like, it's so much scarier when it's just one alien.
It always is, yeah.
And that's one of the things I didn't like about Alien Isolation, which we've talked about before and led to one of my favourite interactions in regards to the channel. And do you know what I'm talking about, Lucas?
I can't quite remember, no.
Well, it was when we talked about Alien Isolation, which is like, what, 7 years old at this point?
Oh, yes, yeah.
And I mentioned offhand that I don't like that the twist is there's just like 50 aliens. Because it's scary when it's one alien chasing you, but when it's like multiple aliens, it ruins the mystique and the threat level of one alien. And we got angry messages from people like, whoa, way to spoil that game. It's like, it's 7 years old and it's the most obvious twist ever. It's so obvious that there's more than one alien.
Yeah, and at that point, if you haven't jumped on the game in like 6, 7, 8 years, however long it's been, like, you can't get mad at spoilers at that point.
Yeah, and me and you privately have laughed about that a lot of like, yeah, 7 years later a guy got mad. It's like, I was getting around to play it eventually. A queen, despite her size ratio compared to other xenomorphs, can sustain near limitless gunfire before having to retreat. Thanks largely to her thickened mesoskeleton and an additional arm. I like that limitless gunfire.
Oh, God.
Lucas, you can shoot at it all day. It's like a fucking Terminator.
Yeah, basically.
They have also been shown to survive being completely enveloped by fire, although prolonged exposure to heat and flame is eventually fatal, although the exact amount of flame required to kill a queen is not known. So you can shoot at it all day while it's on fire, and it's like, please stop.
It'll eventually just walk away.
It has also been noted that queens display numerous signs of extreme muscle density. Indeed, queens are capable of tearing synthetics in two with just their hands. This, coupled with their great size, makes any form of hand-to-hand fighting an unwise tactic when confronting one, even for a predator.
Ooh.
And that's one of the things about the predator race. It's like, yeah, the queen is seen as like the ultimate prize. It is the ultimate like hunt to go on because it's the most deadly, threatening enemy ever. No one can beat a queen in hand-to-hand combat unless you're a total fucking badass.
Well, I mean, I'm sure we've mentioned it before, but wasn't the alien queen skull the reason for AVP?
Yeah, they put it in the back. I think it was a nod to Stan Winston Studios, like created the Predator and the Alien Queen. So what they did is they put like one of their Alien Queen prop heads in the background of Predator 2. There was already like rumbles of like a combined universe. I think there was like maybe a comic book or two about it.
Right,
about
yeah.
like, you know, establishing people's mind, oh, the aliens and the Predators exist in the same universe. And like the fucking Predators love the alien.
So that means whatever Predator had that skull is just like the fucking Predator.
Yeah, that's the fucking badass right there. Yeah. The queen is fast considering her size. Specimens have been clocked running at speeds of up to 40 kilometers per hour.
Oh.
And bearing in mind as well, they can keep up that speed forever. Like, they do not tire because they don't have like musculature like humans do. They are also incredibly long-lived, with some specimens estimated to have lived for tens of thousands of years.
Jesus.
So you can have a 10,000-year-old queen that can run at 40 miles an hour and punch a predator through a brick wall.
Why can't our queen be that cool? Like, come on.
To be fair, she's getting up there in the age category.
Can she run 40 kilometers an hour? That's what I want to know.
I don't know. I've never seen her run. Maybe she could. We don't know. That's a terrifying thought, though. Old lady running 100 miles an hour. So while xenomorphs are usually said to be asexual, queens are typically classified as female owing to their similarities with similar female egg-laying casts in the insect kingdom. Usually there's only one single queen present in any xenomorph populace. However, on occasion it's possible multiple queens to come into contact with each other. Such a course of events will inevitably lead to conflict, with the ultimately dominant queen being referred to as, and I quote, an empress, and ruling over any other queens in her domain.
Oh.
So that's like the caste above even the queen. That's like the big boss of aliens, where if a queen beats another queen, it becomes an empress.
Oh, they steal her XP and become like the super badass queen.
They do. They're so fucking OP. They're so OP. They're so strong. Okay, so trivia. H.R. Giger notably had no involvement in the design of the queen. Already knew it.
There we
Fucking
go.
love Alien. Knew that one. In Aliens, Private Hudson theorizes that the xenomorph queen may be physiologically comparable to an ant or queen bee. However, they actually have far more in common with queen termites, including their larger size and greatly distended egg-laying abdomen. It has been shown that a queen can ultimately evolve from a drone, as was the case with Specimen 6, which I believe is the character, or the alien you play as in that Alien versus Predator like first-person action game, where the alien you play as eventually becomes a queen.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, and that's like a lowly drone. So a lowly drone can become a queen. Look at that, it's like chess. So, in Alien vs Predator, the queen appears much larger than the one seen in Aliens. This is most likely as a result of age, as the queen in Aliens was only very young, as the queen in Aliens had presumably lived for much longer. Yeah. Oh, here we go. The queen in the 2010 video game Alien vs Predator has a different appearance to other queens seen previously, with a grey coloration to her mesoskeleton, which in many places is wrinkled and broken, likely as a result of her extreme age.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So you just get to fight like the 10,000-year-old queen or whatever.
We say here that many have taken this as evidence that she's in fact a xenomorph empress, because I think they talk about how old the alien is. Like, it's one of the oldest queens we've encountered. Fucking kill it. Kill it. Quick. Kill it now. You must murder this alien. In the video game Mass Effect 3, a queen for a species known as the Rachni is encountered in much the same state as the queen in Aliens, seated on a large biomechanical throne that greatly resembles that in the movie, surrounded by humanoid aliens known as Krogan, who have been cocooned in the chamber walls. Yeah, it's like the most obvious reference ever, isn't it?
I mean, now that you say that, it is, but again, like, I have not really watched many Alien movies, so I didn't get that when I've played through Mass Effect 3, but yeah, that makes total sense.
Also, I fucking love the Rachni, because I always team up with them, and the council's like, why are you teaming up with the Rachni? It's like, the Rachni deserve their seat on the council. Because I just want to see that meeting. We got like the Solarians, the Turians, like the Asari, just there, and the Rachni Queen comes like,
Yeah, just pans over to the right, and there's just the giant Rachni Queen sitting there like, yeah.
Because the Rachni Queen, like, it's like such poetic terms. Don't they talk like, oh, we don't communicate the way humans do, we only hear the song? Or something. They keep talking about music, don't they? See the term, like, see the world in terms of music. And they refer to like death as like the great silence.
Oh, God.
Then you talk to the Krogan, it's like, I've got 4 testicles and a shotgun, let's go. Anyway, in the video game Mortal Kombat X, a queen appears in one of the fatality moves to the Tarkatan xenomorph. In it, the queen kills the xenomorph's opponent in the same fashion as Bishop.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
I love that as well, because in the Mortal Kombat X, you can play as the alien. It's an alien that infected a Tarkatan. It's like Baraka alien.
Oh, that's cool.
Sometimes Predator leaders will kidnap queens for their hives and use them as hunt seeders. So basically, they kidnap queens and then use them to produce more aliens. And that, whatever Predator does, that is a fucking badass.
So they make, like, they want more aliens just to hunt?
Yes. That's sort of the whole point of Predator versus Alien. Alien versus Predator. Where it's like they find like an underground like alien queen who's been like in hibernation that Predators just put there and forced to lay eggs, so human sacrificers can produce aliens for them to fight.
That's incredible. Like, the balls on the Predators to just be like, give us more and more aliens, please.
You know, they factory farm aliens to fight as like a rite of passage, and they show you the reason like this culture had never been discovered before is because a Predator got wrecked and just activated its self-destruct gauntlet.
Oh.
So that's one of the things I love about Predators, that they just do the you didn't win. They always just do the kamikaze. Just the you didn't win, blah, just kill everything, it's great. Yeah, Alien. Go watch those movies, they're great.